Hey guys, we've closed the door on March and get to take a look back on all the great fight sticks and all-button controllers posted on the Fightsticks subreddit. If you want to get in on the action, all you have to do is share your new build there for a chance to be featured. One of my kids really wanted to be featured on this channel, so I let him whip up our background tracks for this video using his blip blocks. So, a preemptive thank you for letting my 5-year-old in on the action and indulging him this one time. So, let's get into it with my unordered picks for March. To start off, we have user Professional Gold spin on a hitbox. They changed out the plexi and the buttons, and then went hard with some Rick and Morty art, sort of a bold blacklight-esque color scheme, and the whole package just really pops. Then, next up, we have Turban Senpai using some new buttons and a vinyl wrap on their Victrix. Let me give that a quick flip so we can see it better. That wrap just wows, and it turned out really classy looking. Excellent job. Now we've got newcomer SJDRN building out their first stick. They've got this tapered excellence case, and then leaned in hard to their fondness for Darth Maul. The reds and blacks work really well together, and it's a great first build. And this next creation from Fred Stive is a wild one. It's based around the old Karate Champ game, and has that dual stick action. Big points for carrying the theme as hard as they did. Here I love the slightly split layout with the additional cross-up style functions around those action buttons. I'm really endeared to personalized layouts, so I had to give Foxman FGC a big nod on this one. Nice job. And user Ken Jammin came out swinging with this light-hearted banana-themed controller. Clearly they've embraced their inner Unga and like to mash some buttons, and we at Fightsticks can definitely get behind that. And then for a quick change of pace, we've got user Relentless Relento, who developed an app to digitally customize fight sticks. You can tweak different ideas and even connect your own leverless controller to your PC to test the digital buttons yourself. Just a really fun idea, and gives you some ways to envision your build before you finalize those part picks. Now back into it, we have user the Leather Donuts build. They designed and printed this one, and then put up the files on printables if anyone wants to make one of their own. Very helpful, and you just love to see that. This next one was made by repurposing an Egyptian chessboard. Specialist Much used a brookboard and silent crowns to complement the tortoiseshell and mother of pearl for a really clean finish. Check and mate. And if you're a fan of repurposed enclosures, this leverless build from John Stickman was constructed using an old cigar box. That's a pretty novel idea. I just need to insert a joke about a humidor and smoking your opponents. Now if I gave out a cute award, this would likely be the shoe-in. This little Houtboard Mini has such personality and charm. Just a few color swaps in this added pink pattern, and it beautifully calls to mind Hugo. Plus, it's made even better since he's one of the biggest characters, now fully incorporated into one of the smallest devices. Battle Monkey has been hard at work on their SLX line. They are slim all-button controllers with some really fun case shapes. They've got a couple here, and I especially like this Chun-Li one, which they said utilized some art choices inspired by Johnny Fraze. That's awesome. And speaking of Johnny, it's never a true monthly recap without some of his wares being featured. He used a great custom layout alongside some of the tamest 2B fan art I've ever seen for this first build. That's cool, plus she's technically a fighting game character in the most recent Soul Cow game. Then he utilized a piece of jury art by Reynaldo Quintero for one of the most talked about sticks we've seen on that sub for a while. The colors pop, and it even looks great alongside his client's jury statue. Great stuff as usual, Johnny. Now, when I saw this next leverless controller, I had to do a double take. The Vivi artwork looks well done, but what really intrigued me was this layout. It is perfectly symmetrical. I was sure user RP Keys would have been using it on some weird rhythm game that I didn't know, but it turned out that they use it to play Tekken. The symmetry is beautiful, I love custom layouts, and this is just a really wild concept. Awesome job. Now to enter the home stretch of wholesomeness, which really captures that community part of the FGC. This build from Veilgator was a nice gesture for their friend who happens to love cats, and they even went that extra mile with that southpaw layout. And then, not to be outdone, Vieto Man pulled out all the stops for this king build for his brother. He used gamer finger buttons, a custom topper, and then this artwork just carries the theme so hard. Really great king build, and I'm sure his brother will love it. Then finally we have SBD, a dad building his son his first fight stick. He used walnut, metallic crowned buttons, and a whole lot of elbow grease to put together something awesome. The craftsmanship is top notch. I'm sure it will be a treasured heirloom, and I hope it helps ignite the love of fighting games in a younger generation. I have to give it to this one for our monthly Fightstick award. Hey, if you made it through my musings, I appreciate it. Here's a quick parade of a few more builds to send us off, and if you want a closer look at any of the Fightsticks or all-button controllers featured in this video, there are links to all of them in the video description. And of course, feel free to jump in on the action and post your own builds to the r Fightsticks subreddit. Support your locals, and I'll see you next time.